Bruce, do we stress test this this retirement plan before we execute?
Well, stress tests can be done in a lot of ways that we have no control over, right? We don't know. Well, some of the things we don't. So like when I think of stress testing, I think of possibly like markets or interest rates doing something that we don't have that control over, right? They do what they're going to do. We live in a free market economy. And whatever the markets do, we'll stress test it. So what we tend to do as advisors is go back and use different dates of the market in different time periods when it was stress tested. So in other words, like 2008 was a big stress test, right? And so do you want to see what happened to your account in that capacity? Now, I've been around for 3 different markets situations where the market got crushed. You know, like the NASDAQ or the really highly technological small company stocks and things in that nature were 80% drop peak to trough from in 2002 even, and those were like those new .com stocks and things like that. But so we tend to use past history to use stress testing on portfolios of what potentially could happen. But we're not talking about that then. We're talking about it now. And the markets have reacted very differently today than they ever have in the last several years. However, they seem to take a period of time. Like, for example, a lot of you probably have seen your 401k plans not do as well. A lot of mutual funds will hold highly technological stocks in them that are a big part of the fund, which drive the returns of the funds. So if you've got a lot of technology in your fund, you're going to see those funds not performing as well. Then the question is what do you do? Do you sell it? Do you hold it? Do you buy more of it? And that's a question that you and I would talk about if we were working together. That's one of the questions that I ask on my risk questionnaire is, the market takes a hit like it did in 2003. You're down 30, 40, 50% on your money. Not saying that I would do that, but let's just say it happened and you were in that in your 401k. What would you do? Would you buy more? Would you sell it? Would you reallocate it? Or would you let it ride? Well, some of the people, when you lose money in retirement, there is no do-overs. You cannot come back from that loss sometimes. And I've seen lots of portfolios, including recently, I spoke last week or the week before about this wonderful lady that I picked up from the radio show that had a bunch of money and doesn't spend anything. And there was 250 trades. I didn't tell you about this. And I haven't spoken to you about this one.
250 trades.
I've never seen anything like this before in my life. This woman is 75 years old. She listens. And I told her I'm going to talk about this on the radio. Her advisor, and she didn't think of anything until the accountant that just did her taxes said, you may want to talk to another advisor about this. We don't see about 200 trades and short-term and long-term capital gains reporting like this for a retiree. You don't want that. Okay. Wow. And I was looking at trades in NVIDIA, Amazon, China Technology. It was called an ETF, China Technology, China Internet ETF. I said, would you ever buy a China Internet ETF? She says, probably not. I said, probably not a good idea to buy something that also says emerging markets, which it says right there that she actually traded and they actually sold and bought. It's not what you do. It's not that you shouldn't have your eyes on it, but this is not
too many
suitable
trades
for a 75-year-old.
Right, it's suitability, right.
And that's what I'm seeing. So, folks, if you're out there and you're seeing the same thing, I mean, if you don't call me, call somebody else that you were referred to. Seriously, look, we do the show. We want to make ourselves available to more people and bring the knowledge and experience out there and manage your assets for you and do the right things for you. But at the end of the day, I really do care that they're in the right hands. And if it's not me, make sure it's somebody else. I've never seen anything like this that was this bad.
Wow. And she trusted this person.
Yeah. I said, do you trust your advisor? Do you like your advisor? Oh, yeah, I trust him. I like him. And then she showed it to me, and I said, really? She goes, yeah, I was thinking about it. I go, come on. This is not right. It's not right. And so, you've got to really look at these assets and structure them for income differently. They don't all come in at one time. So, for example, you got to layer types of income. So you've got Social Security in forms in some base, and then you've
Right.
got investments, and you've got dividends and interest. Sometimes there are other interest and dividends come in at different times. So what we like to do is we take the total amount of income that it produces from dividends and interest.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is I'll ask the client, would you like this once or twice a month? You're used to getting a paycheck once a month or twice a month. Twice a month normally. Would you like it twice? No, we usually do our bills once a month. All right, well, we'll bring it in once a month. Remember,
Great.
You're not getting it from the employer anymore. You're getting it from yourself.
Right.
And
So
you've got to have
structure
different
it.
income. Right.
Yes.
You have different income streams coming in. You've got Social Security coming in. You've got investment income coming in. Maybe you buy an annuity to have that coming in.
Yeah.
I like it paid monthly. I don't like it paid annually. I like it paid monthly. That way the rest of
Okay.
the money is earning interest. Because if I pay it to you once a year and I take it out of the account, then it's earning interest on less money. Whereas if I take it out monthly, it's earning interest on more money.
Premier Southwest Planning Group LLC is a registered investment advisor. The content of this advertisement is intended for informational purposes only and is not intended to be investment advice. The views expressed in this program are subject to change based on market and other conditions.